Hello, friends, and welcome back to PageWise. Today, we're diving into a book that has transformed millions of lives around the world. Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles. If you've ever wondered how the people of Japan, especially those from the island of Okinawa, live such long, happy, and stress-free lives, then this video is for you. Stay with us till the end, because we're going to explore the book chapter by chapter, and by the time you finish watching, you'll know exactly how to find your own Ikigai, your reason for being. So before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to PageWise so you never miss life-changing book summaries. All right, let's begin the journey into the world of Ikigai. What is Ikigai? The word Ikigai comes from two Japanese words, Iki meaning life and Gai meaning worth or value. Together, it means reason for living. The authors traveled to Okinawa, an island in Japan famous for having the highest number of centenarians, people who lived to be 100 or more. What they discovered is fascinating. The secret to a long, happy life isn't wealth, luxury, or even advanced medicine. It's Ikigai, the joy of waking up each morning with a purpose. Ikigai is about finding the sweet spot where your passion, talent, values, and contribution to others come together. When you live this way, life feels not just longer, but richer and more fulfilling. Now, let's walk through the chapters to see what this book teaches us. Chapter 1, The Art of Staying Young While Growing Old. Imagine waking up every morning, not with a heavy thought of, oh no, another day, but with a spark of excitement, like a child ready to play. That's the magic of Ikigai, and that's exactly what keeps the elders of Okinawa vibrant, energetic, and youthful, even at 90 or 100 years old. In the West, aging is often seen as something to fear. People try to hide their wrinkles, chase after anti-aging products, or worry about losing their purpose after retirement. But in Okinawa, it's the complete opposite. Growing old is not the end of joy. It's the continuation of it. The elders here see every new day as an opportunity to live, love, and contribute. Picture this. A 95-year-old woman stepping into her small garden at sunrise. She bends down, carefully tending to her vegetables, humming an old folk song as she works. She's not doing it because she has to, but because it gives her joy. It's her Ikigai, her reason to get up in the morning. Or imagine a group of elders sitting together in the evening, drinking green tea, laughing, and sharing stories. For them, age is not a burden. It's a badge of wisdom. They don't count the years behind them. They celebrate the moments ahead of them. The authors explain that youth isn't about how many candles are on your birthday cake. It's about how alive you feel inside. When you wake up with curiosity, when you have something to look forward to, when you still find joy in small things, that's when you stay young, no matter what your age is. And here's the key takeaway. It's not wealth, luxury, or status that keeps these people young. It's purpose. It's waking up every morning with a reason, whether it's cooking for the family, painting, practicing martial arts, or even just sharing laughter with neighbors. So, the first big lesson from Ikigai is this. Don't just live to survive, live to thrive. Find something that excites you, no matter how small, and hold on to it. Because as long as you wake up with a reason, your spirit will never grow old. Chapter 2, Little Things That Add Up to a Long and Happy Life. If you ever visit Okinawa in the early morning, you'll notice something beautiful. The streets aren't crowded with rushing cars or stressed-out commuters. Instead, you'll find elders slowly walking in the fresh air, greeting their neighbors, stretching gently under the rising sun. Some will be tending to their small gardens, others simply sitting by their doorstep with a cup of green tea, smiling as the world wakes up around them. To many of us, these things might look ordinary, almost too simple. But here lies the secret. It's these small, consistent habits that create a long and joyful life. Unlike in modern culture, where happiness is often tied to big achievements, a promotion, a new car, a dream vacation, the Okinawans remind us that lasting happiness comes from the little rituals we practice every single day. A warm laugh with a friend, a slow walk by the shore, a shared meal with family, the joy of watching the sunset without feeling the need to post about it online. And when it comes to eating, they live by a golden principle, hara hachi bu, This means they stop eating when they're about 80% full, never stuffed. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference. Instead of living with heavy bodies and sluggish energy, they stay light, active, and full of vitality, even in their 80s, 90s, and beyond. Imagine an elder finishing lunch. Instead of cleaning every grain of rice from bowl, she smiles, sets aside, and says, "Hara hachi boo." Her body feels satisfied but not overloaded, her mind sharp and her energy steady. This tiny choice, repeated over decades, keeps her healthy and strong. So, what's the lesson for us? True happiness and health don't come from chasing bigger and bigger goals. They come from embracing the little things that fill our days with meaning. A short walk in the park, a heartfelt conversation, eating just enough, not too much. These are the seeds that grow into a long, fulfilling life. The Okinawans teach us that when we honor the small moments, we end up creating something extraordinary. Chapter 3. From Logotherapy to Ikigai. In the darkest corners of history, during the horrors of the Holocaust, Viktor Frankl discovered something extraordinary about the human spirit. Surrounded by suffering that seemed unbearable, he noticed one striking truth. Those who had a reason to live, a purpose, however small, were the ones who found the strength to endure. Frankl called this logotherapy, the idea that our deepest motivation in life is not pleasure or power, but meaning. Give a person a strong why, and they can survive almost anyhow. Now, fast forward to Okinawa. The elders here may not use the word logotherapy, but they live by the same principle. For them, Ikigai is that reason, the invisible thread that pulls them forward each day with energy and joy. Think of it like this. Your Ikigai sits at the center of four simple but powerful questions. What do I truly love doing? What am I naturally good at? How can I serve others? And what can I be paid for? Where these four circles overlap, that's your Ikigai, your unique reason for being. Imagine a young man in Okinawa who loves fishing. He's skilled at it. His community depends on the fresh fish he brings in, and in return, he earns enough to support his family. Fishing isn't just his job, it's his Ikigai. Every morning when he heads out to sea, he's not just catching fish, he's fulfilling his purpose. Or think of an elder who loves teaching traditional dance. She's good at it. It keeps the culture alive. It brings joy to her students. And yes, sometimes she's even paid for her performances. That, too, is Ikigai in action. The lesson is clear. When your passions, talents, contributions, and livelihood meet, you unlock a life of meaning. Frankl proved it in the darkest times of human history. Okinawans live it every single day in the brightest, simplest ways. And we can find it too, if we're willing to ask the right questions. Chapter 4. Find flow in everything you do. Have you ever sat down to do something you love, only to look up and realize that hours have passed? Maybe you were painting, playing music, cooking, or even just working on a puzzle, and time simply disappeared. That state is called flow. It's when your mind and body are so in tune with what you're doing that the world around you fades away. In Okinawa, people slip into the state of flow every single day. A farmer bends over his field, carefully planting seeds in neat rows. To an outsider, it might look like hard labor, but for him, time is flying. His hands move with rhythm. His mind is calm, and he's fully alive in a moment. Or imagine an elder cooking for her family, humming as she stirs a pot. She's not thinking about deadlines or rushing through the task. She's savoring every step. That's their secret. They don't see work as a burden or something to get done. They see it as an experience to enjoy. For them, flow turns ordinary activities into moments of joy. The good news? We can all experience flow if we set the right conditions. Here are a few ways. Set clear goals so your mind knows where to focus. Remove distractions. Silence your phone, clear your space, and give yourself permission to be present. Choose the right challenge. If it's too easy, you'll get bored. If it's too hard, you'll get anxious. Flow lives in that sweet spot in between. And most importantly, focus on the journey, not just the outcome. Think about it. A writer in flow doesn't just care about finishing the book. They love the act of writing itself. A gardener doesn't just want vegetables at the end. They cherish the process of planting, watering, and watching things grow. When you find flow, your life stops feeling like a race from one goal to the next. Instead, every moment becomes richer, calmer, and more meaningful. So the lesson is simple. Don't just chase results. Fall in love with the process. That's where true fulfillment lives. Chapter 5, Masters of Longevity. If you travel through the villages of Okinawa, you'll find something remarkable. People in their 90s, even over 100, moving about with a lightness that surprises visitors. These aren't elders hidden away in care homes. They're out in the fields, tending to their gardens, chatting with neighbors, or joining their friends for a game of gate ball, a sport similar to croquet. Here, growing old doesn't mean slowing down. It means living with energy, joy, and purpose, right to the very end. What's their secret? It isn't magic or expensive supplements. Their longevity comes from a handful of simple, timeless habits. Daily movement is woven into their lives. They don't go to the gym in the modern sense. Instead, they garden, farm, walk to visit friends, or practice gentle Tai Chi. Movement isn't chore. It's simply a way of life. Their diet is simple and plant-based, filled with vegetables, tofu, sweet potato, seaweed, and just a little fish. And of course, they live by the principle of hara hachibu, eating until they are 80% full. This keeps their bodies light, their energy high, and their health strong for decades. Just as important, they maintain a positive, stress-free mindset. Instead of obsessing over problems, they focus on gratitude, laughter, and enjoying each day as it comes. And perhaps the greatest secret of all, community. Okinawans are deeply connected to their families, friends, and neighbors. They belong to social groups called moai, where members support each other emotionally and financially for life. This sense of belonging keeps loneliness and the health problems that come with it far away. The message they teach us is simple but powerful. Never fully retire. Don't just stop working and wait for the years to pass. Instead, keep moving, keep connecting, keep contributing. Have something, no matter how small, that gives you a reason to get out of bed every morning. Because in the end, longevity isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Chapter 6, Lessons from Japan's Centenarians. When you sit down with a Japanese centenarian, you don't just meet an elder. You meet a living library of wisdom. Their wrinkled hands and bright eyes carry the stories of a century, yet their laughter rings with the lightness of youth. One thing you notice right away, these men and women don't fear aging. Instead, they embrace life with a calm joy, a curiosity that never fades, and a balance that keeps them steady even through hard times. What lessons do they offer us? First, don't let stress control you. Many of these elders have lived through wars, poverty, and immense change. Yet, they carry no bitterness. When asked how they manage, they often smile and say, "Worry less, live more." For them, problems are like passing clouds. They don't let them block the sunshine for long. Second, stay connected with your community. No one in Okinawa grows old alone. Their moai, lifelong circles of friends, are like an extended family. They gather to talk, laugh, share meals, and support one another. This sense of belonging is a medicine stronger than any pill. Third, always keep learning and doing. Even at 90 or 100, you'll find these elders trying new crafts, practicing traditional music, or teaching their grandchildren. They never say, "I'm too old." Instead, they say, "What can I learn today?" That spirit of growth keeps their minds young. Finally, live with gratitude and curiosity. Whether it's the taste of fresh tea, the sound of birds in the morning, or the smile of a neighbor passing by, they find joy in the small gifts of daily life. Gratitude for them is not a habit, it's a way of being. Their outlook reminds us, longevity isn't about escaping age. Wrinkles will come, hair will turn gray, bodies will slow down. But what matters most is how we embrace life, with joy, with balance, and with an open heart. Chapter 7, The Ikigai Diet. If you join a family meal in Okinawa, you won't find giant plates stacked with food or sugary drinks on the table. Instead, you'll see a beautiful arrangement of small, colorful dishes, steamed vegetables, a bowl of miso soup, maybe some seaweed salad, and a little tofu or fish on the side. The meal feels light, fresh, and balanced, yet deeply satisfying. Food, for Okinawans, isn't just fuel. It's a ritual, a way to nourish both the body and the soul. Plant-based and natural. Their meals are built around vegetables, tofu, miso, and seaweed. Sweet potatoes, bright purple on the inside, are a staple, rich in nutrients and energy. Meat is eaten rarely, and in small amounts, more as a treat than the center of the plate. Moderate and varied. Instead of eating one or two heavy dishes, they prepare many small plates. A little of this, a little of that, each bite offering a different taste and benefit. This way, the body gets everything it needs without ever feeling weighed down. Seasonal and local. They eat what grows around them and what the season provides. Fresh herbs, ripe vegetables, and natural ingredients are the heart of their diet. There's no obsession with fancy superfoods. Nature already gives them what they need. Mindful and joyful. Perhaps the most beautiful part is how they eat. Slowly, never rushing. Sharing conversation, smiling, appreciating each bite. They stop before they're full. Remember, harahachibu, leaving the table satisfied but never stuffed. The results speak for themselves. This simple diet keeps their hearts strong, their bodies light, and their energy lasting well into their 90s and 100s. Diseases that plague much of the modern world, like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity, are far less common here. But beyond health, the Ikigai diet teaches us something deeper. That food is joy, not stress. It's not about counting calories or following complicated rules. It's about eating close to nature with gratitude and stopping when your body whispers, "Enough." So the lesson is clear. When we treat eating as an art of living, not just surviving, every meal becomes a step toward a longer, happier life. Chapter 8, Gentle Movements, Longer Life. In many parts of the world, exercise is treated like a chore, something squeezed into a busy schedule, often done with machines, heavy weights, or strict routines. But in Okinawa, movement looks very different. It's not about pushing the body to its limits. It's about keeping alive, supple, and joyful through small, natural motions woven into daily life. Picture this. An Okinawan elder in her late 90s steps outside at sunrise. She bends gently to water her garden, pulls a few weeds, and harvests vegetables for the day's meal. Later, she takes a slow walk to visit a friend, chatting and laughing as they stroll. In the evening, she joins her neighbors for a traditional dance. Her steps light and graceful, her smile as wide as the ocean breeze around her. None of this is labeled exercise. Yet through gardening, walking, dancing, and even simple stretches, her body stays flexible, her joints strong, and her heart healthy. Movement is not something separate from life. It is life. The Okinawans don't measure calories burned or steps taken. Instead, they honor motion as a natural rhythm of being human. Whether it's tending fields, practicing gentle tai chi, or kneeling and standing as they prepare meals in traditional homes, every action keeps their bodies active in ways that feel effortless. And the science agrees. These consistent, light activities lower stress, improve circulation, and keep spirits high. The key is not intensity, but consistency and joy. The takeaway is simple yet profound. Stay active every day, but let movement flow naturally into your life. Walk instead of drive when you can. Stretch while the kettle boils. Dance in your living room. Garden, cook, or simply move with intention. Because in the end, it's not about how hard you push your body. It's about how lovingly you keep it moving. As the Okinawans show us, gentle movements practiced daily can add years to your life, and life to your years. Chapter 9, Resilience and Wabi-Sabi. Life in Okinawa, like anywhere else, is not without struggles. Typhoons strike, crops fail, loved ones pass away, and health declines with age. Yet, what makes Okinawans remarkable is not that they avoid hardship, but how they face it. Their strength lies in two beautiful philosophies, resilience and wabi-sabi. Resilience is a quiet power to rise again after being knocked down. When setbacks come, they don't dwell in despair. Instead, they adapt, adjust, and continue moving forward. An Okinawan farmer whose harvest is destroyed by a storm doesn't say, "All is lost." He plants again. He trusts the cycle of nature and his own ability to endure. Problems are seen as passing clouds, not permanent storms. Then comes wabi-sabi, the art of seeing beauty in imperfection and impermanence. Wrinkles on the face, cracks in old pottery, the fading of flowers at the end of spring. These are not flaws to hide, but reminders that everything in life is precious because it doesn't last forever. In Okinawa, an elder may point to her wrinkled hands and smile, saying, "These are proof of a life well lived." Aging is not feared, but embraced as part of nature's design. Imperfection isn't something to fix. It's something to appreciate. Together, resilience and wabi-sabi give Okinawans a rare emotional strength. They don't fight the passage of time, nor do they collapse under life's difficulties. Instead, they accept, adapt, and find peace in the beauty of what is. The lesson for us is clear. Life will never be perfect, and it will never be free of challenges. But when we learn to bend instead of break, and to see beauty even in the cracks, we discover a deeper kind of happiness, one rooted in acceptance and inner peace. As the Japanese saying goes, fall 7 times, stand up 8, and perhaps add, smile at the wrinkles along the way. Chapter 10, putting it all together, after exploring the secrets of Okinawa. Their diet, gentle movements, mindfulness, resilience, and the joy found in small daily rituals. The big question is, how do we bring Ikigai into our own lives? The journey begins with self-awareness. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What are my strengths? What values guide me? Understanding these is like discovering the compass that points to your true north. Without it, even the best habits can feel hollow. Next comes action, small, consistent steps that build momentum over time. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with a morning walk. Savor your meals mindfully. Stretch your body, or spend quality moments with loved ones. These tiny habits, practice day after day, slowly reshape your energy, your mindset, and even the way you experience life. But Ikigai isn't meant to be selfish. Its power multiplies when you share it with others. Contribute to your community. Support your friends and family, or simply spread kindness wherever you go. By helping others, your own sense of purpose deepens, and life becomes richer and more meaningful. Remember, Ikigai is not a finish line. It's a lifelong journey, a path where every day offers a chance to align your passions, your actions, and your purpose. Some days will feel effortless, others challenging, but each step is part of a tapestry that makes life fulfilling. The elders of Okinawa teach us that a meaningful life isn't about chasing a destination. It's about living intentionally, cherishing the small moments, and cultivating a sense of purpose that keeps you energized, joyful, and connected, no matter your age. So take a breath, reflect on what matters most, and begin with one small step today. That, in essence, is the heart of Ikigai, a journey of mindful living, daily joy, and purpose that grows stronger over a lifetime. Conclusion, the secret of Ikigai. As we reach the end of this journey through Okinawa's wisdom, one truth becomes crystal clear. A long, happy, and fulfilling life isn't found in wealth, luxury, or luck. It isn't about chasing big achievements or the next milestone. Instead, it lives quietly in purpose, community, daily habits, and a positive mindset, the essence of Ikigai. Imagine waking up every morning with a spark of excitement, a reason to get out of bed, whether it's tending your garden, connecting with loved ones, or pursuing a passion that fills your heart. This is the magic Okinawans live by. They remind us that life's richness comes from small, consistent actions, not sudden transformations. Final takeaways to live by. Discover your Ikigai. Find your reason for living, the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what can support you. This is your compass, your anchor, your source of energy every day. Build small, consistent habits. Morning walks, mindful meals, gentle stretches, or a few moments of reflection may seem minor, but over time, they transform your health, mindset, and overall quality of life. Accept life's challenges gracefully. Life will never be perfect. Embrace setbacks, learn from them, and grow stronger. Resilience and acceptance turn obstacles into stepping stones. Value simple pleasures. Okinawans don't chase luxury. They savor a sunset, a cup of tea, laughter with friends, or the feel of soil in their hands. True joy often lives in these tiny, everyday moments. Stay connected and keep learning. Community, friendships, and curiosity are the invisible threads that weave a life full of happiness. Keep exploring, keep contributing, and never stop growing. Ikigai isn't a secret hidden in some distant place. It's a way of life. It's about living intentionally, cherishing small moments, and finding purpose in each day. So start today. Take one small step toward what matters to you. Nurture your passions, honor your health, and connect deeply with others. Every mindful choice, every small habit, every act of kindness builds a life that is long, healthy, joyful, and truly meaningful. Remember, Ikigai is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. Make every day worth living.